Hello everyone, welcome to the chef here this afternoon or whatever the time is, wherever you're watching from. I want to first of all appreciate you so very much for always allowing me to share your living room with me, and also of course letting everybody know, the people who are reaching me on Facebook, people who are sending me messages. You're doing a great job, and actually in a little while or in a few weeks to come, I will be sharing here on the show all the messages and the people who contact me and the things we do on Facebook. Will be sharing that. And also I want to appreciate, of course, the Cooking School Uganda for making sure every time, all the time, these styles of cooking and techniques and tricks come your way. Of course, the chef, that's where I'm coming from. The last time we cooked, we worked with meat. We used a lot of vegetables. We had ginger, garlic, we had bell peppers, we had onions, and we had these kebabs and the stir fry, and there were a lot of vegetables involved. Now that was one style of working with beef. Today, I'm doing something totally different. I'm working with only sauces, and I know you're going to love it. You're going to enjoy it. So what I have done here, marinated my meat for approximately 5 to 7 minutes. I'm going to show you how I made my marinade. I have my pan here on the fire. Not very high fire, very low fire. I'm using a minute steak so it doesn't cook for a long time. I've marinated for approximately 7 minutes. And it's gonna cook for approximately 5 to 7 minutes. So while my meat is cooking here, I'm going to show you how I made the marinade. All I needed was a few ingredients, put them together, and came up with a very nice and tasty marinade. So our meat has been cooking for some good time. Now, two things. First, if you want it to keep it moist, keep it soft and tender and moist, you could cover it, pour a little water, so bring that steam and cover it so the steam will get back into the meat and it will be moist. Alternatively, you could, if your marinade is liquid, you could just keep basting it. Of course, this continues marinating and the flavor is deeper. And we're going to give it an extra 3 to 4 minutes. It should be cooked through. If you can see, okay, before I basted, it was all turned pale and starting to golden even on the edges. Then there, you know your meat is ready and cooked through. And someone would ask, why does it cook very fast? What makes it cook very fast? For them at home, when they cook it, it takes ages and ages to cook. Very easy and simple. It is the cut of meat that you use. This one is a minute steak. It's a very soft, just like its name, it cooks in very few minutes. The fillet steak, of course, is the most tender, the softest, that will cook very fast. Then you have the T-bone steak, which later we're going to work with, and other cuts. The top cut is mostly the toughest. Very hard to work with. So when you go to buy your beef, you need to look out for what you're exactly buying. Don't just go and say, give me 5 kilograms or 2 kilograms. I have visitors, give me 10 kilograms. No. You need to know what style of cooking are you going to use when you're cooking your meat, and then which cut is suitable for the particular style of cooking that you're going to use. So I just want to turn my beef on the other side. Ooh, Ah la 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 la. So just a few more minutes and it should be ready and good to go. I'll also do a little more basting here. Now, when you see that black char on it, it's not that it's burned. It's just that it's cooked through, and that char gives it that beautiful, nice color. If you're going to slice it through, you'll see the beauty that I'm talking about. A little bit of oil here. So our minute steak here has been cooking for approximately between 7 and 10 minutes. Ooh. And at this stage, we should be perfect and good to go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off the fire. So bring my one piece here. Oh my goodness. I love it already. Yeah. So you would serve it like this if you wanted, but ideally I would prefer oh my goodness, I love this already. This one too. Now the reason I'm using a serrated knife is when you're cutting through steak, you need a steak knife. So in this case, if at home you have a bread knife or a serrated knife like this, it can serve a very good purpose. Of course, you're not going to use this on the table when you serve, that people are going to use it to eat. But cutting through to get beautiful, nice slices, a serrated knife will serve a very good purpose. Now, if you can see, our piece of meat is cooked through, but it's still juicy, so you don't want it to be very dry. I want to ask you to call a friend, text a friend, send them a message, tell them the chef is on NBS so they can tune in. Remember, you don't have to be a professional for you to be professional. All you have to do is tune in and get all these tricks from the Cooking School Uganda, and you'll be a master chef in your house. It is the chef Henry here from the Cooking School Uganda. Today we are doing meat. The last time we did meat, we had vegetables, like I showed you earlier. We did with ginger, garlic, we had bell peppers, we had onions, and all sorts of vegetables. And today, we are doing with only sauces. So this time, I have a T-bone steak here. I'm sure many of us are very familiar with a T-bone steak, or we've just heard about a T-bone steak. But all I'm doing with my bone steak here is just season it with salt, good amount of salt on it. Some pepper, black pepper, now cooking never gets easier than this. So on my pan here, it's a griddle pan, been on fire for a few minutes just to get it hot. I don't want it to be very hot because I want it to cook my meat slowly. And if you can see, the cut of meat is slightly thicker. So it's going to take some good time, probably 10 to 12 minutes. It's going to take some time, maybe 10 to 12 minutes, at most 15 minutes for it to be cooked through. So you don't want too much heat on it. You want a little heat so it can cook it over time. And when I hear that sizzle, it feels like a sound of deliciousness calling me from the chef. Just a little bit of more touch of oil. And I'm going to give it approximately 7 to 8 minutes on one side, flip it, another 7 to 8 minutes on the other side, and we shall be good to go. So at this moment, our steak has cooked approximately 7 minutes on one side. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, nice color there. So I will turn it. Woohoo! Look at that. Oh my goodness. So we'll give it another 7 minutes on this side. Should be cooked through and good to go. We want to take it off. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, look at that, look at that. Now, in a restaurant or somewhere they would serve you a steak either whole like this, or they can carve it for you off the bone. Comes back to what the chef has chosen or what he decides to do for you. I want to start with this one. Look at that, look at that. Now, after you've taken your steak off the fire, you want to rest it for maybe 2 to 3 minutes so all the juices are well distributed in there, such that they'll not just run off when you're cutting your steak. I'm trying to see if I can get it off the bone. Okay, leave it like that. So ideally, your steak would be served to you like that. But what you're looking for is that juiciness in there, the flavors coming together. How you serve it, of course, is going to depend on the kind of guests you have, or probably the way you want to serve it. You can just have it whole. Oh my goodness. Now to finish off my steak here, I have a sweet and sour sauce here, pepper sauce. You could have a rosemary sauce. There are many sauces that you can use, but for me, I'll just give it that beautiful, nice drizzle. I'll do the same here. Just like that, and you're good to go. Remember, you don't have to be a professional for you to be professional. This time, we've not used any vegetables. All we use is salt and pepper, or with our T-bone steak here. For any steak, it could be a T-bone, it could be a sirloin, choice is yours. Then a minute steak here, all we did was get some soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and some mustard, mix it together to make a marinade. Marinate our beef for approximately 5 minutes, put it on fire for 7 to 10 minutes, ready and good to go. Cooking never gets any easier or sharper or better and tastier than this. Look at this beautiful steak, still fresh, juicy and very soft and tender. Of course, on the bone, the flavors from the bone, the beautiful, nice char on the outside, amazing. I need to give it a nice try, but look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, I want to leave you at this moment so I can enjoy my steak here. If you want to be a part of this, maybe you want me to host you on your show, you want me to host you on my show, maybe one of these days you want to invite me over to your kitchen, feel free to reach me on Facebook. Send me a message on the Chef Henry. That is the Facebook page, and we can be in touch. Anything you want to try out or you want to know. Feel free even to check out the Cooking School Uganda Facebook page or on the website. It is the Cooking School Uganda, and we can be in touch. But for now, from me, Henry the Chef, the entire crew behind the Chef and the Cooking School Uganda, we want to say thank you so very much. Enjoy your weekend and the rest of the week, even as we plan and bring for you more and more of this. Remember, where this has come from, there are plenty more tricks that we can bring to you. Catch you again next time.